Ukraine on Tuesday slammed the lack of an adequate reaction from the world to Russia's strikes on its soil after an attack on Kyiv killed at least 16 people. The European Commission has proposed the EU bans on all Russian gas and liquefied natural gas imports by the end of 2027, with a ban on short-term contracts starting next year. Britain too announced further sanctions against Russia. Here's a report.
As the Russia-Ukraine conflict drags on, the Kremlin on Tuesday said that there was no understanding of when the next direct negotiations with Kyiv would take place, adding Russia had fulfilled all its obligations agreed to in previous talks held in Istanbul on June 2. The Kremlin also made it clear that Russia would assess the possible time frame for continuing negotiations in the coming days. Amid all this, Russia fired scores of missiles and drones at Kyiv on Tuesday. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy alleged that at least 16 people were killed in what he thought was one of the most horrific attacks on the capital. According to Zelenskyy, Russia sent more than 440 drones and 32 missiles at Ukraine. The strike was one of the deadliest on Kyiv since Russia launched its full-scale attack in February 2022. Ukraine also slammed the lack of adequate response and condemnation from the world to Russia's deadly strikes on its soil. Meanwhile, as search operations continued at a missile strike site in Kyiv, representatives of 62 foreign diplomatic missions visited the spot. Also, Britain on Tuesday announced further sanctions against Russia. The latest sanctions targeted 4 individuals, 6 entities, and 20 ships, including oil tankers, marine-related companies, and suppliers of goods to Russia, particularly electronics. As negotiations between Kyiv and Moscow have failed, Secretary of Russia's Security Council and a former defense minister, Sergei Shoigu, held talks with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un for the second time in 2 weeks on Tuesday on special instructions from President Vladimir Putin. Shoigu previously visited Pyongyang and met Kim on March 21 and June 4, as Moscow and Pyongyang came close in the face of a situation which both nations termed as hostile West. Bureau Report, DD India.